Hey everybody, Patty Ann here again with another SVG for you. This one I think you're really going to love. At least a little cowgirl in your family might, or if you have a friend, or maybe you like horses. But anyway, here's what you're going to get as the SVG. You're going to get this really cool boot that has the hat to go with, and then I'm going to show you how to put this text on the back in just a minute. So when you bring in, let me move these things. When you upload the image, of course, you're going to download it and save it, and you know how to do that by now, I'm sure. You're going to get this boot here, and I'm going to insert it. And I'm going to hide that shirt, and I'm going to bring this right in over here. So here's what you're going to get when you bring in the new SVG. Now, as you can see, it comes in grouped together, so I'm going to ungroup it. And I want you to notice something. There's a big, if you come over here to the layers panel, there is a big piece right here that's pink. See if I can grab it out of here. There it is back there. That I don't think that you really need to use. You may want to use that if you want to make a silhouette of something, but I think that's a little extra that we don't really need, but you can hang on to that because you may find a use for that. So what we will need though is this piece, which is the boots, and then the hat, which is the pink part. So what I can do is just go over here to the layers panel and hide this pink part. And actually I think I'll just group all of this together and hide it as well. Hide that group. Okay, so we're left with this. And now if we go to make it, let's see what happens. The hat is probably going to come in kind of crazy like, and obviously it just said it was too large for the mat, so we will have to resize it. So let's see how big this thing is right now. Yeah, right now it's 21 inches wide by about 24 inches tall, so I am going to make it a lot smaller so it'll fit on the mat. And actually I think I'll make it about 9 inches, 8 inches, 8.5 inches tall, because what I did was I put this on a little girl's t-shirt. So if I want to see it larger than this though, I can come down here and scroll in with this button. Okay, now when I go to make it, as I said, it's not going to come in right. Watch. Let's go to make it. Okay, the boot looks perfect because it's all one piece, and you will want to be careful when you're weeding this, because I want to tell you there are some little tiny lines you're going to be weeding out. It's really, really easy to weed, and the product that I used is called ThermoFlex Plus, and it's by Specialty Materials. If you're interested in getting the same product that I used, go to specialtymaterials.com and ask them where is the closest reseller retail place near you. And also, while you're there, ask them for some free samples. They'll be glad to send you some out. But anyway, that's what I used for the brown, and this worked perfectly. I love that it was flexible like that it was stretchy, and it was really easy to weed in these little areas. The other thing that I used, that was for the boot. And now let me scroll back out with this. The other thing that I used was the flock. Pink flock. And as you can see, as I said, the hat comes in kind of crazy like, so we're going to cancel this and go back. Okay, and once we're back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the brown boot out of the way, and then I'm going to just draw a box around the hat, and I'm going to come down here to attach, because that's going to make it all stay exactly where I want it to be. So now I'm just going to go to make it. And there's the boot that I made out of the ThermoFlex, and here is the hat that I made out of the flock. In addition to making the hat out of the flock, I'm also going to do the text out of the flock. So let's cancel this and go back. And let's bring up that thing that I had hidden. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do on the back, and it's just going to say, Cowgirl attitude ain't for city girls. So how I did that was I just came over to the text tool, and on one line I made it all capital letters. I typed in Cowgirl, then hit enter on my keyboard, and I put attitude, hit enter, ain't, apostrophe T, for, enter, city girls. Okay, so that's all done there, and you'll notice that it came in as the same font that I used before, which I thought was fun. It's called A Frightful Affair. It's a Cricut font, and I liked it pretty well just for this. So the next thing that I did was I decided that I was going to just ungroup this to lines so I could bring my lines closer together as they are up here. So I'm going to highlight it to select it, and I'm going to come to Advanced and Ungroup to Lines. And then that just allows me to move these lines closer together as I'd like them to be. Just like that. I can get rid of this one. So the only other thing that I would want to do for this one is to maybe, and of course you can make yours say anything you want, but I'm going to highlight all of it, and I'm going to come up here to Align and Center Horizontally. And that moves everything so it's centered just perfectly. Cowgirl attitude ain't for city girls. I like that. So then only other thing that I did was I selected all of it again, and I said group. I can right click and group, or I can come up here and group. And I believe if I just go to make it, everything will be exactly, no it won't. Look at this. It's not aligned right. Don't forget, when you do group things, grouping things only helps for things that are on your mat. You're grouping them to stay together on this mat that you're working on your workspace. It doesn't have anything to do with how well these will stay together when you go to cut them. So what you need to do is you need to come down here to Attach, and then they will stay together exactly how you want them to be when you go over to your cutting mat. So let's watch. Let's go over to Make It. So here it is, Cowgirl attitude ain't for city girls. And then here's the hat and the boots and the other part of the hat. And that's exactly what we needed, but there's just one more thing we need to do. Cancel this. Let's check out and see how big I made that text. I think I made it too big for the back of a little girl's shirt. So, yes, I made it 9 inches tall. I think I'll just make it about 6.5 inches tall. Just like that. I think that'll be good. Okay, so then all I do is make it, and it's ready to go. And now I'll show you my finished product. I didn't do the back part, but wait till you see how cute the front is.